I wasn't sure that I was going to make this video. And then two individuals uploaded to YouTube, specifically Chelsea and Mike, and they both encouraged people to continue talking about this. And I don't know if I'm going to be adding anything specific to the conversation. I don't know if I'm going to have any particular insight. But I at least agree with them that we need to be talking about the fact that in the last year, we have had 5 individuals in the UK YouTube community who have, to varying degrees, been accused of and admitted to inappropriate sexual conduct with fans and women. There have been a lot of people who've talked about this and have been accused of being vague. For certain reasons, there's stuff that I can't talk about because I am linked with stuff that is bigger than me. But I am specifically addressing in this video the actions of Ed Plant, of Alex Day, Tom Milsom, Sam Pepper, and now, after the last 24 hours, Jason, who's also known as VI1 on YouTube. There was a point in the video that Jason uploaded to his channel in response to the allegations brought against him. It could be argued that he admits to supplying a minor with alcohol in order to be able to have sex with them. And at one point in the video, I understand that he has an unconventional background and perhaps wasn't made aware of all of the things in society that are expected of an adult man, especially when dealing with an under 16-year-old. And he at one point says, "There was nobody there to tell me that I was doing anything wrong," or something along those lines. And I'm very sorry, but the law exists. And we all know, I don't care what kind of sheltered background you come from, everybody knows that the age of consent is 16. Everybody knows that you shouldn't coerce minors into sex. And an apology is a good start. Chelsea said in her video, an apology is better than ignoring it, which is what Sam Pepper, which is what a lot of those who have been accused of these acts have done. They've buried their heads in the sand. Some of them have written songs about how sorry they are. But this, guys, this is sex with minors, with children. People who are seen as children in the eye of the state. They don't even pay fucking taxes. I talk about the law specifically because that is something that has been missing from the past year on YouTube. We have made it very clear in the community that we won't stand for these kinds of actions, and I think we're gradually getting a lot better. People have overlooked this stuff for far too long. And yes, there's examples of, if you hear it in the grapevine, what can you do to act on it, right, as an individual? But I think that our ability to be able to cut these cancers out of our communities is great. But the thing is, the world is bigger than YouTube. These men are still going to be going out there and using these tactics that they have used on people in our community, with people in the real world, with young people in the real world, possibly. And I can't stand for that, and the only way that we can make sure that these people, whether they have learnt their lesson or not, the only way that we can make sure that they don't do this again, and that justice is served, is to bring the law into the conversation. This is so much bigger than us. This is so much bigger than just the UK YouTuber community. 1 in 20 women in the UK is a victim of rape or sexual assault. Do you know how many assault cases actually end up being brought into the court of law and the defendant found guilty? It's 7%. 7% of assault cases say that the guy was, usually the guy, not always the guy, but say that the person who has done the assault, oh no, you're fine. And so why would these brave women who have been putting videos and posts on Tumblr and telling their stories, why would they go to the fucking police when they have a less than 1 in 10% chance that their case is going to come to the conclusion that they want? What are the chances of them wanting to do that? It's disgusting, and we need to bring this conversation that we're having, this amazing conversation that YouTubers are having at the moment, we need to bring that into the wider world, because otherwise people like Sam Pepper and people like Jason, who know how to manipulate young women into doing what they want, they are going to be coming from the outside world into our communities, and they are going to be, these people are going to continue doing the abhorrent things that they have been doing. I don't know what I'm asking for, because I know that I can ask more of these very brave women who have shared their stories with us and have made sure that these men are taken out of our community. I can't ask them to go to the police and to put themselves through that. The average sexual assault case lasts 2 years. And then after those 2 years, only 7% of them find the assaulter guilty. And when you have those kinds of statistics, what's the fucking point? You know? We need to do more than just cut these people out of our community. We have a long road ahead of us. And I think the galvanisation that we have seen within our community is admirable. But we can't just stop at our gates. We can't just stop at our own borders of the online world. Women are abused and assaulted all the time. And I, as a man, have only recently been made aware of this through frank conversations with female friends of mine. And I would like to have kids one day, and I would like to have a world where, if I have a daughter, she feels safe. And the world is not safe at the moment, and we have a battle on our hands. And I will not stop when I stop recording this video, and we need to take this into the wider world, and we need to take the lack of tolerance of this kind of behaviour into the wider world, because otherwise, what the bloody hell is the point of everything? As I said, vagueness has been criticised while we've been having these conversations, but I intend to do more than just make this video. And I will do my very best to make sure that people know what I'm doing in order to make our world a safer place. But I encourage you to, yes, make a video, yes, have these conversations, but don't you dare stop there. Because we have a duty to not just the people that we socialise with and the people who we call our own, but to everybody else. Let's keep this ball rolling, okay? Good.